Nobody signed up.
Let's speak.
Robert, speak for the bill.
Thank you, Rob. Thank you, Robert Kuhn, Impact Management Group, representing the State Chamber. Sorry for my delay. Just a couple things, and I'll apologize in advance if some of these have been covered, but one of the things that's been talked about is there's other existing protections. This gives an employer the right to have a judge issue an injunction to stop, as we've talked about, the blocking of the entry or exit of a premises. The judge can make a determination whether or not the activity meets the standard of blocking the entrance or the exit. This law is content neutral. When you talk about free speech, one key component is that you're not limiting the speech of a specific kind or a specific purpose. This law can be applied across any type of content. It does not restrict any specific content or any circumstance. There's existing similar laws like this in Texas, Michigan, Utah, Mississippi, Nevada, North Carolina, Minnesota, and Wisconsin. And then finally, what I would say is, even and doing some research prior to this, even the ACLU has a sheet about your rights for demonstrations and protests, in which their own information says picketing must be done in an orderly, non-disruptive fashion so that pedestrians can pass by and entrances to buildings are not blocked. That's the recommendation from the ACLU. They also say, while sitting in a road may express a political opinion, the act of blocking traffic may lead to criminal prosecution. What we're doing is not establishing more restrictions on protesting. This specifically relates to blocking businesses from having commerce be conducted at their place of business. If you're blocking a truck from being able to deliver something to a manufacturer or retail business, this would prevent you from being able to do that. And if you continue to do it, once an employer has filed for that injunction and the judge sides with the employer, and that's an if the judge sides with the employer, you can be fined for continuing to engage in violation of that court order. So in summary, those are the kind of the key points I wanted to highlight.
All right, any questions? Seeing none? Be very brief if you don't mind. We've got a lot of bills to get to approaching.